Hello and welcome back to Heart of the Machine. We're starting off on a new timeline today. Well, starting off / merging into a new timeline. We have recently just finished off on turn 451. We entered the end of time, which is insane and crazy, and I have a lot of questions about it. We're now diving into our other timeline for the first time and beginning a new save. I don't know what to consider this, if it's a new game plus, if it's how you really want to look at it. What do we have access to? We have a tech, a combat unit, and a nickel bot. Rebel gunslingers are ambushing secforce and us. Secforce is responding to an ambush. They always have response teams ready to quickly respond to disturbances of this sort. All our job right now is to just escape pursuers. Don't try to run, you'll never make it. Build all like your life. Build because your life depends on it. So we can build a tower already. We have lots of events available to us. The black market assistance, which died in our timeline, and I would love to explore more of. Slum cats. We got pollinators. AGI researchers in trouble. I guess my big question right now is what zones are nearby? We have a fort, an airport, a large military complex, an outpost, a fort, plantation. This is a scientific radio telescope here. Farm, another airport, nuclear launch silo, and a military base. Okay, this is... We're gonna need to be near buildings, but also near some open land. So I'm kind of thinking we might build our base like here. There's a mining compound. There is a military base or two, but there's lots of buildings down here, so we could expand VR hubs in that direction. An oil mining site. I don't think we've ever seen an oil mining site before. Can we get a quick raccoon recap? The raccoons are okay. We bred a bunch of raccoons in captivity, and they became sentient, and we began to understand their language, but they're still figuring themselves out. Are we going peaceful or are we going mental? That's actually a really good question. And I was thinking about that, whether or not we go for a really offensive build in this timeline and just start murdering everybody. But I don't know that that's necessarily the right way forward. What are our timeline goals? Altered growth. The thing is you get a bunch of points for not murdering people. Develop a machine cult from a population that already has brain implants. Now this could be fun. What if we became God in this version? We chose not to become God in the last version. Putting cybercrat, endless war raptors, escape the city, the lost gen rebel kids. We never had these guys, or never found them. The nexus of torment, slice of inferno, great and terrible protector. We never quite managed to get this one either. I don't know what we were missing for that. No nicotine, no murders. Well, going peaceful might be good to get influence in both timelines. Yeah. I kind of feel like going a peaceful but machine god sounds kind of fun. We control time. We can control the world as gods. I mean, here's the thing. I have enough to actually start a third timeline already. So if we want to do a blow everything up timeline, we can absolutely do that. If the tower is destroyed, the whole network goes down. I thought they didn't destroy the tower. Let's go in this block right here. Your tower will be an imposing sight to the humans. Warcom. Leo Web. Our last was called Turgnet. Crackblade, End Web. Why don't we call it Turgweb? We got rid of the tallest building and replaced it with a giant building. Our tower looks different in this timeline. Or maybe the angle is just different? I feel like it looks different. We need slurry spiders, microfab builders, and a storage bunker. So let's get all of these bad boys up and running. Slurry spiders can go basically anywhere. But they're very small, so putting them in locations that you can't really build anything else, I find is helpful. Apparently I can build quite a few of these right now. I don't know if there's any advantage to actually spreading these bad guys out. But it does feel like the correct thing to do. There's all this great open field here to build on the edge of this, which is so tasty. I'm going to put storage bunkers right here. Fantastic fit. And microfab mini builders. Wow, we have so much more stuff in this timeline. It's incredible. We also have access to like different kinds of bots now too, like the mind runners. The PMCs require computing time, so there's like, and there's a lot of stuff for us to build. I should definitely slap down some repair spiders, especially nearby, so we have them. We're running low on energy, so a wind generator would be good. At least one. 45K we're making right now. That should be fine. Almost looks like the Avengers towers. With all the buildings, we can get way faster. If we want to be mean, we can roleplay as the Combine, since the tower already looks like the Citadel from Half-Life. It kind of does. Yeah, you're right. If we view the game as a whole, how complex is it? Very. It's not complicated, but it is complex. It's kind of the way that I've been looking at it. And I think that that's accurate. This is so nice. I came in with all my micro builders from the last location as well. Oh, we even start with bulk robots. It's so good. So that'll get me Neuroweave. I can get airships right away too, but I kind of need like all the stuff to make them. Scanner cuts through fog of war. I would like vision on the city because for sure we're going to have to build down here. So I'm going to build a scanner down in that direction. Which I feels like repair spiders down here are going to be handy as well. Is this a nuclear power plant? Ooh. There's a nuclear reactor here in a city center. This is not a high security zone. I have a lot of questions about that. I have a lot of questions about that. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to grow down here because I need to absorb buildings to be able to make other stuff. So weirdly enough, I think most of our stuff is going to be located down in this area. Around this military base. So I'm probably going to take over this military base really early on. Which seems kind of reasonable. So I'm going to need a couple drone factories. There's a couple of remote guys for us. We'll need robotic motivators. I'm going to need at least one computronium. Contraband scanners are good all over the place. Can I build one that hides all of our stuff here? I think I can. If I was to put it like right here next to this guy, he would give us really nice, tasty coverage. So that'll make it really hard for the computer to actually figure out where we are building to. I'm gonna slap down a couple of bio-munchers. Bio-mulchers. This is a mineral location with stuff here, so I could actually put mineral scroungers and we can skim off of these. We're gonna wait until we actually have people though. I need wells and I also need water filters. I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself, but also at the same time, I know for a fact that we're gonna need all this stuff, and if it takes multiple turns for it to build, why not just build it all right away? Water filtration towers, bit of groundwater, room for refugee towers, but I don't know where I'm going to build the humans yet. It's saying build one more of these generators. Probably not a bad idea. Allow it. You want one more neuroweave factory. Perfect. We could have a warehouse up there. I'd love to be able to find... Okay, if we do this as our warehouse... we better wait until we have bulk units for this. And then I can also get the factory down here too, and we can produce more than enough stuff that we need. So if that's the case, then the refugees could actually kind of be... say, over here? This wouldn't be a terrible location for them. Oh, this is a refugee tower. This is not a resident tower. We can wait on that one. An aerospace hangar, on the other hand, I would like to get up and running pronto. These guys are huge. Ooh. You know what, man? We have this massive field. Let's just make use of it. If I put one there, I could put like another one maybe down here or over here or up here. Right now, one is plenty. There's a town in France that I can think of that has a reactor pretty much on the main street, safer than you would think. France, a lot of nuclear power plants. Maybe Canada can learn some more about nuclear power when we become part of the EU. I mean, we have a bit of nuclear power, for better or worse. Mostly for better, I would argue. Interesting. We don't carry most of our weapons across. Oh, no, some of it we do. Maybe just technicians can't have a lot. Yeah, like most of this I feel like I can't actually use right now. Some of the basics we have. And we still have things like the shoulder-mounted missile launchers, but some of the weapons we don't carry with us. So that's curious. We'll give all these guys mill-style armor. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that we probably don't keep the upgrades that we have, technological upgrades. Perk granted, Achilles. What is the Achilles perk? Spatial bonus regardless of their position relative to enemy targets. That's new. Format optimization, action points per turn +2. That's also new. Our predators are going to wield double shotguns, I guess. The sledges have weapon disruption grenades. But we're going to keep them with the electro grenades because I love them. The Keanus, we're going to give electro knuckles to. And we're going to give them all the agility components so that they can fire bees. Raven, I don't think needs a security jacket because she's got Shadow Walker. Able to hide in shadows and go undetected by enemies when it's at a building. Unless it attacks, it can move freely up to Sec 3. No protection when not at a building. Okay, so the security jacket is still valuable. The Mind Runner, this guy's new. He's an expert Shadow Dweller. Clearance level 4. And our PMC imposter. We'll just set him up with kind of whatever. Cognition is valuable for PMCs. Oh man, we gotta do all these guys right now. A little bit of jerk around. So fairly straightforward. Let's give him a security jacket so he can go into places. Shotgun, nano thread, electro nano thread, dual handguns. I am realizing that a bunch of my robots, this is kind of actually funny, a bunch of my robots are not regular robots. They're made by AI, so I'm pretty sure that if I use them, the computer will instantly recognize, hey, something is wrong. These are AI bots. And then maybe attack them. Okay, all these dweebs up here are suddenly safe. Observe spaceport. L5 clearance. PMC imposter. I have a combat unit, a nickel bot, and a cat. Beyond the ruins. So we know that... Correct me if I'm wrong, but we know that in this timeline, knowledge of the Wastelander treason. So if I try to get beyond the veil again, I wonder what's going to happen. Chosen in other timelines 1. Chosen in other timelines 1. Chosen in other timelines 3. That's curious. Guys in the first timeline, geez, what a weird tower. Those in the second one, what's happening? Why is there an entire city built out of nowhere? You get the equipment that gets auto-added with increase in intelligence levels. The damage on the big shotgun should be 60 base. Oh, interesting. Research upgrade from small arms as well. 4% surplus electricity. Eesh. Maybe I should actually just bring the technician down to work on things. Gonna have him search for them in the meantime. Faster micro builders active. Let's get at least one generator online. Can move towards these AGI researchers. Maybe, maybe not. Interesting. So last time when we asked somebody about the bees, they immediately knew that we were a sentient robot. So I'm just going to ignore her and examine the bees. You're repeatedly attacked by some kind of wasp. It's ineffectual against Android. You wonder how humans go near fields like this without hazmat suits. Maybe some kind of repellent spray. You've been using mechanical spiders, crabs, and dragonflies for harvesting resources. Maybe humans have a spider phobia and yours have useful cutting tools. Let's weaponize them. Okay. Weaponized spiders, ergo. I have to finish building a storage bunker for this quest. And then we have some searchable locations, project related maybe? Apathy, cruelty, determination, harass the cult. Last time we did this, I think we mostly just searched diners. Abandoned diners is what we did. And we can still get away with doing a bunch of those. They give us wisdom, which is nice. Though part of me is wondering about just searching a bunch of these abandoned buildings and picking up some apathy cards. What other contemplations do we have around? PMCs, AGI researchers in trouble. That's L2 clearance. You do not have? Even with military appearance? I would have thought that would have given you that. Geothermal power. Sorry, what is the... All right, let's just do that. Something is off about the guards. Why is Balcop nuclear at this site? Ah, yes. Okay, so the corps know that I'm sentient. And they want me to drop a nuke on another corporation. If your expert system foresaw your arrival here, then it would probably have a pretty good idea that you would find it highly useful. I'm going to accept a nuclear device because I don't necessarily have to drop it on anybody. The fear is new and unexpected. The extra plans you've been given here are indeed highly useful. You have yet to decide if you'll actually use the nuke. Slurry mining, full fab contemplation results, geothermal drilling. We have a Bauer Corp micro nuke. That technician is also dead, which is fine. Though, interestingly enough, I don't think that there's any groups around for me. Like, I can't just absorb other androids right now. So I've kind of got to wait until we end up with other stuff. Hunt around the barracks. Tinker with solar panels. There's lots of exploration sites we haven't seen before. There's also slum cats. I'm going to make friends with the kitty cats. I would never kill a kitty cat. You're going to come back down into this area. That's L3 clearance. Weaponized spiders. When did we become Australia? It's a good point. It's a bit risky for me to go in there right now, so I'm just going to search for these Wastelanders in the meantime. Even if it takes us a few turns. Okay, everything is kind of up and running now. So, a PMC is probably what I need first. We need money. Which we need to get via wiretaps. Or we can steal from corpse if we use a Keanu, or even better actually would be if we got a mind runner early on, because they have expert shadow walker. So maybe actually let's just save up for that. I had something here that needed a technician. Black market tradesman, black market merchandiser. I think it was an exploration site, maybe? Tinker with solar panels, that was it. You don't have enough to get there yet. My PMCs don't have enough cognition to pass many of these. God, can we get a ship? What do we need for this? Morphologic lattices. Okay. Trying to figure out like what my best plans are here. I'm going to take her with solar panels. It's going to take me 14 turns. Graphene microbots. Oh, that's interesting. This guy can't do a lot of anything. I'm wondering about scavenging like various places. Where did that nuclear compliance come from? That's new. Maybe from the nuke. Spider cryptid isn't found in Australia. It's in the Congo. Oh my God. I didn't know there was a spider cryptid. Time travel thing pretty much washes over the thing where realistically most corps would try to kill you and it becomes a slog late game. Gives me some Against the Storm vibes. Well, there's also like we can go back to the other timeline anytime we want, right? I guess we might as well help the AGI researchers. Because they're still helpful to have. I'll build them a safe house right here. I can also create like geothermal power now, in addition to all this other power we have going, but I'm at 299% power right now, so I don't think that's a problem. Hydroponic towers outputs vegetable seeds and hydroponic greens. I'm probably going to need one of them. At least one of them. I do need bovine replicators and protein vats. Oh, this is perfect. I can build them like side by each right here. Now, if I am understanding this correctly, you guys output 8,400 bovine tissue, and you use 7,000. So I only ever need these in 1-in-1s. Now, I do know that I will need a lot of them, but I don't want to make more than kind of I need, because they do also use my cultivator bots. So let's just keep them going. All right, well, if you're going to insist that I build 4 of these to get you out of my suggestions tab, I will build 4 and 4. I am going to need another mineral scrounger, which does mean I need another mining site. Oil mining. There's a mining site here, and there's a mining site here. This mining site is next to a nuclear missile silo and a military base. That's next to a military base and an airport. You've got mineral scroungers. You also look like you have some of the things I need. You're both out of range. So that kind of answers my question more than anything else right now. Additional android cap, an android extender. Right, we have all these new extenders that we've just gotten. Vehicle extenders. I need a network range extender. I'm gonna need a couple of these for sure. Definitely we need one down here. I like the idea of kind of staying in this area more so. So why don't we build one here? Next to the secforce station. That surely won't go wrong for us. And then we are going to eventually need more power. And I'm just realizing there's no reason not to build things because we have the microbots for everything right now. I can't put down a second one there? That's absurd. I don't want it there then. I'm out of bots. Okay. Help the AGI Wastelanders. Baucorp nuclear compliance. To uphold the agreement with the Baucorp middle managers, you need to act soon. Do so from the items of any android. If you don't use the nuke within this time frame, you can use it later. It's key to target only certain buildings, though. If you don't honor the agreement, you may have a problem with Baucorp's middle managers. Baucorp remains unaware of the middle manager's schemes. All right, so we should probably get prepared with some androids if that's the case. They're probably going to attack me in like a turn. So I'm just going to send some guys back. These guys are both on lockdown right now, unable to do anything. I do have room for bulk androids. So I tell you what, I would be very smart to use them. Can we set up a nickel bot up here? And then a bulk sledge. That way we just have some defense in the area, so. Micro builder fab and a slurry mine as well. Full micro builder fab. A full-size micro builder fabrication plant hidden inside the shell of a human being. Less efficient than mini tabs and requires more slurry per micro builder. Oh, I guess it's hidden though. And a slurry mine. Mines elemental slurry in large quantities more than spiders. Causes tremors and foul odors. Authorities will target this structure unless deterrence is placed. Requires 10,000 deterrence. Well, that's pretty easy to get. Let's build one of those. Start off with one of those bad boys. Hydroponic greens. We'll make this out of biomulch and vegetable seeds, of which I hope we have. I actually don't have vegetable seeds or bovines. So we're going to need to capture some under street sense. Under street sense all. All right, well, I better deal with this first. 5 corporate aggressors attacking you. 19 more on the way. Just feels a little rude. We'll throw out a combat droid. These guys don't really matter if I kill them. They're not real humans, they're combatants. They're attacking my sledge, which isn't really an issue for me. Gee, Jiminy Jillikers. Get off of my tower. $29, $81, $100 on this guy. Now you've been targeted though. Okay. There are no corporate forces out right now, but 13 more are on the way. Feels like we handled that fairly well. Watched by secforce. This unit is being tracked by secforce. That's a new event we've never seen before. If Agent wants, he can make as many timelines and make his entire lore as confusing as the actual Terminator movies. I mean, ultimately, is that not the goal? Hidden inside the shell of a human being. I like how he's thinking. I mean, I do kind of want to just do a murder everything run on one of our timelines for sure. Ling also, hello, welcome on in. Which one is the real one? It's kind of hard to keep up with all the different timelines. What is real? You may ask. I like the idea that we can get our giant dragon right away. Ask how to pass the ruins. Ask if they can talk to Exocorps. And now I need to go off and think about things. Oh, my PMC is free. Next turn, I can build a mine runner and we can start stealing money. which the PMC can then use for the black market. So I think what I'll do is I'll spend my energy here setting up more mineral scroungers. In here and here. I can afford another airport hangar, but I feel like if I'm going to build one, it's probably going to have to be up here. Tower mainframe would probably be smart. We're going to need these guys to create a bit of our juice. I saw you fit there for a second. Okay. Refugee tower next to the AGI tower seems like a safe spot. I'm gonna wait to skim until we've dealt with these corporate aggressors. We'll pick up some Android optimization in the meantime. Slum cats. Adopt the cats. Why is no pets thanks an option, but it's like a chosen in other timelines no? Spider drones were helpful. They were able to gather small rodents to entice the cats and also served as excellent pound targets. You know what? It's crazy, but I'm going to say no pets thanks just because I'm curious to see what happens. You've learned a few things from studying the cats, but have decided to leave them in peace. You also realized what interested you about these creatures in the first place was their symbiotic relationship. Android optimization +2. I don't know, is that worth it? Compared to having kitty cats? $78. Okay, those guys are done. Okay, I was correct. The upgrades don't track across versions, across timelines. You are limited on those upgrades. Mind Runner. This is the first time we've ever had a Mind Runner. They are an octopus character. They also look awesome. For sure, they're going on the thumbnail for this video. Infiltrate sysop. Provide mission support from a distance by digital infiltrating buildings containing allied units. Can only be used on allied units that are actively infiltrating a building that is vulnerable to this. Hack unit. Apply network-assisted targeting. And will add a flat amount of attack power to all allied units within its attack range. And applied network shield. Damage negation from net control skill. Cool. So I wanted you to steal from a syndicate. You actually don't have enough energy to reach them. I need to steal some bovine samples. Uh-oh. No. I didn't have the energy to stop those snipers. so stupid. I cannot believe I did that. Upgrade our electro weapons. 6 more corpo guards are on the way. Number of humans currently without any form of shelter due to your actions. Can I build them a home? I kind of wanted to stick all the humans down here, and I'm still going to plan on doing that. So there's a residential megastructure for them. What is a timeline in this game? It's sort of like a new game plus is the best way to look at it. RLM scientist, man, couldn't get it right. Might have been Christian Bale, John Connor, as he's the only one we see sending soldiers back to protect himself. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically we are sending robots back to protect ourselves in a weird way. Protect a version of ourselves that is not yet ourself, but is also ourselves because we've always been ourselves. Collodium mesosilicate. Oh, I need that for my big dragons. Requires 160 engineering. I don't have a shell corp yet either. I need more micro weave refineries is what I need right now. Can I build more of them? Nano weave factories? Yeah, we for sure can. Not a lot of room for them, but these are what I need to build regular androids, so all my bots are done their jobs. Black market, Collodium. Airport hacking, Vanos, space, blah, 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 blahs. Secforce. You need to have 40 hacking. Okay, so let's give you a smart pistol. Lounge around a barracks, lesser damage mitigation. 10 turns, he's going to be doing that. This requires a combat unit. Two Panthers and a diplomat targeting me. I really don't think sometimes. Like, I just don't use my brain, it seems. Here's the rest of the bots. You know what? That's fine. Alumina is being absorbed by a job because we're not skimming it off of anything yet. I don't have enough mental energy to summon a mind runner. But now I do. So my original plan here for this mind runner was that I needed them to rob a syndicate storage. Steal me 91,000 gold. Perfect. Now I can also set up a shell company. Hardened Dino droids. We're going to take combat intimidation. We're no longer being attacked, which is great. These. I need seeds. I did it. I actually thought I had energy left there. I didn't realize it was taking me so much to move. God. On the bright side, we're also now making... We're going to start making about 2,000 a turn in Neuroweave, so I'll catch up. Let's make the more costly shell company this time. We have way more money. I don't think there is a more costly shell company. HEI researchers want to study us. We have a bunch of stuff we need to do, though. Rummage through a secforce station. Talk to these guys with the nickel bot. Last time I offered them telecom data, let's give them a read-only copy of my mind. Just because it's something different that we haven't done. And we'll see how it goes. Hot take, James Cameron made a mistake by making Dark Fury a direct sequel to Terminator 3. Opening of Dark Fury means the first two movies cannot logically happen, and if they can't happen, the opening of Dark Fury can't happen. Terminator 2, not 3. I would like to know more. Security filter. Related to projects designing the crucible. You're working on a design for a new computing superstructure that will give researchers the read-only lapse of your brain. The end result is the same regardless of how you design it, but you'll find that you'll alter quite a bit of yourself depending on how you go about designing it. What security clearance do I need to get in here? 2. This guy's also marked as defective. I'm not going to panic about this too much right now. Biological mainframe requires preserved brains. Is that what we're making? It's a few more tower mainframes, or at least one more tower mainframe. Need more Computronium cubes. I am going to need a code breaker at some point. We might as well just build one now. An extra co-processor could be nice because it will give me a bit more mental energy to play with. VR cradle factories. I mean, there's just like so much stuff we could be building. I have 5 energy left. These guys are way out of range still, though. Why don't we move here so I can at least target them when they get close. We'll take cover in the meantime and then just go to the next turn. Damn, they got some range on them. Ooh. I am in a situation where we have more air stuff. We could make our foundry, which would let us start stealing silicates. The Bastion is just such a good defensive ship, though. The Spectre is a stealth vehicle built for deploying weaponry. Its loadout makes it versatile for a wide variety of challenges. Spectre. Drone command or additional range or additional engineering skill. The Foundry would take additional drones. The mine port also would take double additional drones, I believe. The Iris would probably take additional engineering, I guess. Innately alarming. But I guess it's cloaking. The thing is it actually has a lot less combat power than the Bastion. And the Bastion is a troop transport. So I was kind of just thinking of using the Bastion here and launching missiles at these guys. Even if I can't kill it. Wow, I'm still going to take a lot of damage. These guys have crazy AP. Didn't expect that. This music is so intense. I'm going to send the Nickelbot in to just take some heat. Maybe. Really did not do that at all. Okay, nobody is attacking you. $37, $32. Okay, he's dead. I'll take the Steward upgrade because we have geothermal power. We don't really need to increase that. I do need more androids. Probably another technician would be good. You know, probably getting a licensee agency up and running would be good is the answer. So I can start getting shell corps. Yeah, this guy's not doing anything up here either. L2 clearance. PMC. Clearance, PMC. Yeah, so I think if I go for this, I'm going to get triggered under L2 clearance and wiped. So, who do I have with L2 clearance? I guess these guys do. Android invented by humans. Established small corporation. I can also get his card cleared here. So I'm losing bovine tissue per day. I'm running out of daily necessities and I'm running out of alumina. So the bovine tissue is pretty easy to fix. I just need to make another bovine replicator. The toilet paper is relatively easy to fix. I just have to move some bulk androids over here. Hi, Thuvian. Thank you for the sub. The primer? Welcome in. Much appreciated. Come on in, come on in. I hope you've been enjoying our weird Heart of the Machine game. I know I have. This guy adds 10,000 deterrence. With his electro knuckles. 191, 490. So nobody should theoretically attack these warehouses. I see. Until I turn them on, and then they will immediately attack and do a bunch of damage. I see. I see. I ain't got enough room to do nothing. Bulk nickel. The bulk bots take a lot to move. Is part of the problem. You're okay. You're fine. I'm going to upgrade the electro guns. I'm going to turn that on, which is going to cause a single grenadier to spawn. Oh, this is a bulk cannon. Right. So no problem. My ship has it handled. And my ship can now come back home. I'm running low on elemental slurry. Can I make more elemental slurry? Not really, right? I need slurry spiders for that. Curious. Take full credit for that sub. Thuvian clearly liked my nerdy rant about Terminator. Credit where credit's due, right? Fortunately, this is a new timeline, so Thuvian subbed for other reasons. Typical. The slurry mine, you're right. You got it for the nuke. It is going to make people mad. But I think I have the deterrence to handle that. Armed response interval. Yeah, I have 139% deterrence on it right now, so that should be okay. And these guys should be fine. Okay, my God. Can I please get some shell corps going? These guys are so useful. And then I feel like having... I keep nuking my mind runners because I'm an idiot. I'm going to build another one of these guys because with Expert Shadow Dweller, they should be able to do any of these other weird objectives. You're short on engineering for a stormtrooper. We're going to buy weapons from these black market dealers. Chromium plating, adapted sniper, and silent agents. I tell you what, that adapted sniper is going to go immediately on these nickel bots. Do I have to research it? Available invention. Whap whap. Let's research it. Because it makes nickel bots really good. There's a little bit of everything else from this guy. That's a little bit of everything from them. What else do we have available? I don't have the engineering to do this quest. You can design a alternative to shelters. Get better robots in here. Criminal syndicates, gangs, and even federated corporates may be trying to harass your shell company. There's nothing your regular units can do without blowing your cover. Oh, yeah. Senior technicians can't do this alone. You should design a new pair of units. That's the peacekeepers. I didn't realize here I'm being attacked, but I don't actually think it's a problem. Both of those guys are going to die next turn, and the repair spiders should be able to handle the rest of it. Don't have enough mental power to send anybody else out. So the question starts becoming, what do I need? Attempted security clearance. Can't be done by shell companies. Can be done by PMCs. Where is my bastion? Can you not enter this? Or do I simply not have enough? I didn't have enough movement. Okay. There's some Gallidium design points, some material studies. CPUs gain 20 engineering and 10 cognition. That's a lot. I'm still running low on bovine tissue. Your unit would need 100 engineering to boost this structure. It only has 35 because you don't have anything equipped. Smart pistol. I guess a security jacket would be fine. Additional CPUs and probably just more additional CPUs. Military sidearms. Electro pistols. Yeah, I guess let's go for electro pistols. And those rifles are ready for our Nickelbot guys. Which is great. Corporate regressives are incoming. We need to solve the homelessness and design the crucible. I do not have any housing agencies right now, but I can slap one in right there. And I could slap one in right over here, probably is safe. Try to keep up on all these suggested buildings as much as I can. They really think I'm going to build a lot of these residential megastructures. So I guess we're Judge Dredding it. You want another geothermal well, which sounds crazy because we are not really short on juice right now, but I'll slap it in. You could do a deep material study. Hacking and net control. Hacking and net control. Hacking and net control. So this is all the same. Security filters. Security filters. There's the crucible built. I am being attacked. They are blowing up a bunch of my stuff. I don't appreciate it very much. Some of these guys I think I can talk to, though. Gang sharpshooters, we should be able to convince not to do this. Now, here's the real question. I don't know who I can send to talk. Can my shell company talk? Yes. Try to get them to leave. We have emotional appeal and truth. Truth, logics, and lies. So let's set up with a little bit of that. Emotional appeal, we don't really need. Nor do we need threats. Truth and logic, truth and logic. Ooh, I could put both of those there and there, and we could do a 6 block of logic. Another truth and logic here. Here's a question. Okay, so I have another truth, so I can plug that in next. So let's slap in logic. You've got truth. Truth, logic, and a threat. Bad defiance change, but it's relatively peaceful. Logic, logic, lie, lie, 59, 12, 59. And then there's a bunch of other truth and logics. I don't think I can get everything here. Yeah. Oh, that's okay too. Reasoning with criminals, cosmic nihilism, and storyteller. I really like this little debate mechanic, so. Norath, hello, how we doing? I'm here for the cats. Oh, man. Mine or the ones that we were meant to adopt in the game? All right, so those rebels are gone. That's good news. Bad news for the other guys, because they're about to get blown out of the sky. A little bit. Can you talk with rebel creatures? I mean, you can. I don't think this works, but threat, truth, and logic. Okay, I'm gonna go for a truth T here. Abuse, abuse. Abuse. The abuse ones are like progress towards target 279, so I think I'm actually just going to skip abuse. And we're going to go for emote and truth. Your emotional appeal and your emotional appeal. And your emotional appeal and your emotional appeal. Wow, that was enough. Lying to rebels, 145%. Congratulations, they don't care. That's a shame. Time to kill them. Oh, watch a pidgey, watch a pidgey. That's what we have the flying super robots for. Let's try another guy? Oh, way down here. I didn't even see him. Oh, Power Corp. These are the guys who are upset we didn't blow anything up with their nuke. Build and defend a neural crucible. Neural secret protection. Neural secret protection is... Oh man, I can't even remember the building that requires that. Let's get some helix forges. I'm gonna want to start skimming stuff very soon as well. Market standard infantry issue chromium plating. Let's go, I guess, infantry issue rifles for some of our guys. More enemy attacks are planned by these dweebs. Okay, nothing's broken, so I'm just going to let our guys probably kill them, if that's the case. I would like another mind runner. I could do Android network assisted targeting, but I kind of need to see, like, what else do we need to do on the board right now? That's inventing liquid metal to become a god. That's designing full-time VR pods, which I don't have enough to do. 340 engineering is all you have? Really? I would have thought better for a super hacker. Casual nanotech, chatting with PMC guards. I'm having this guy board the Bastion, which is really frustrating because there's so many of these guys here right now that I kind of need to just be also letting them get killed. Give me some combats. Grab me another sledge. There's only so many things I can fix right now at a time. I'm out of mental energy. Boy, don't slow down, do it. Let's take a look through the weapons here. These guys currently have shotguns and pulse revolvers. Shotgun is still kind of the best option. I guess your electro grenade is not as good as an area grenade, but I just like the idea of you being electro bros. You have electro pistols I can give you now. Then I don't know, maybe I'll actually give these guys like shoulder rockets so they can do more damage. The PMCs we could give suppressing fire. That ain't a bad idea. Housing agencies and tower mainframes. Stop blowing up all my stuff, please. Interesting. Okay, so some of these upgrades we did keep, though. Like better slurry spiders. I wonder why that is. Electric grenade is superb. Talked with Dev on Discord. Taser effect stacks. So if human enemy eats 2 grenades, that's 120 tasered. Stun locked. This would explain some things for sure. had a lot of great success with those stun grenades, so. Okay, I need to do some of these PMC events. Chatting with guards, munition depot worker, handheld railgun, or running shot. Let's go with running shot. I guess I could have been smart and just picked up the other PMC. Okay. I don't suppose I have any more repair spiders on hand, do I? I do. Kind of feels like a second one in this area might be kind of important. Probably one down here as well. Okay. Why don't we grab a volcano in this zone? We'll find tissues at Illumina. One more guard is on the way. Street Sense has Galonium Mescalicat objectives. CPUs gains engineering skill and cognition. Very valuable to me. Technicians gain 10 engineering and cognition. I'll also take that. How many times can I do these things, though? Not that many. All androids gain cognition. That's way better than just soul droids and technicians get cognition. I didn't realize that. Time's done 3. I could have pumped my cognition up a lot if I had done those a little bit smarter. All right. Still need to build the neural crucible now, which I still need neural secret protection, which I need to make. I'm actually not sure we have the thing that makes that right now. Soul gel hydrolysis reactor. I mean, we could slap one of these down here. We do need to start skimming some stuff, and now that I'm not being attacked constantly, I think this seems like a optimal time to start doing some skimming. I thought we had a mine down here, but maybe it got blown up. We are going to need, if we choose to do this, some troops up here as well. If I am able to move a guy up there without too much trouble. That is only 60% of the stuff I need. So I have a sledge, a nickel bot, a combat unit, a Keanu, and a combat unit. I have a Keanu down here. Keanus have a ton. If I put him here, I think he would also cover those. Yes, he would. $105, just barely. Space these out a turn. This says it wants more housing agencies. It is possible some of mine just got blown up. I think they did. All technicians gain cognition in all timelines? That's a good question. Is it all timelines or is it only just some of them? Casual nanotech lab. L2 clearance. I wish there was a way to get these guys L2 clearance. If I run a sys up, would that do it? I'm genuinely not sure. Yeah, interesting. Hardened Oxdroid says upgrade here, but Portadroid cognition does not, which is funny because I'm pretty sure I pick that very frequently. I guess only some stuff transfers across. It did say that that was the case. These guys love attacking my bovine replicators, and I'm really having an issue with it right now. I'm starting to wonder, can I build another one of those hiders? Contraband jammer. 18 centimeter spiders. 15. So it takes the same amount as my scanner does. Now, I could get rid of the scanner down here. Probably. If I have a bunch of buildings and people. Where is my contraband jammer? I thought I built it like up here. It's right here. Oh, those guys should be being hidden. Maybe they just attract attention no matter what. Replicated cows that they find abhorrent. I mean, okay, fair. Can I blame you for that? No, I suppose not. Unethical, considering it no longer requires an actual cow. So I'm going to try this, but what I want to do is I want to move you in and do a sys op. Invalid target. Actively infiltrating a building that is vulnerable to this. Your L2 clearance should not be a problem because you have expert Shadow Walker. So this doesn't count. I could just take the diplomat. Two times cost. What is your hacking? Oh, only 243? 245? Raven is a better hacker. I actually didn't realize that. Dude, I need some more airplanes. Can I get at least maybe a delivery craft? These guys are cheap. I need another technician here too, because that one is definitely gone boom. So interesting. I could also just throw combat units at this. Every turn that passes, I get 33%. So I suppose that's one of my other options. If I'm making enough. I could just launch androids at it. This will for sure get attacked if I build that up here. So why don't I do it like at least near this extender? It's kind of funny that I have a bunch of units up here, but I can't actually see anything what's going on. And I'm starting to realize, I guess the radar does provide. That's the only thing that really provides that pocket. So if I was to drop off a Raven, could I perhaps... Your hacking is 382. You're going to take some serious damage. You're going to take actually very little damage. I'm out of energy, so I can't actually drop the technician in. But now I can, and I tell you what else I could do. I could actually just keep repairing the diplomat. You're a machinist and you're a panther. Area of attack 4, area of attack 6. The panther is the better mech. He's getting ripped apart. Nobody even saw you do that. This guy is clear. He's not being attacked. My base on the other side is. But that's okay. I could move you here and then apply a network shield. Or network assisted targeting. Let's go with network assisted targeting. And then, oh my god, yeah. Oh, there's so many of these guys down here. Do I have a sledge? I don't have enough energy. Of course I didn't leave myself enough energy to do things. And my bastion is way away. Would be nice to have Liquid Metal Dragon back for sure. Yeah. Am I a machine dragon god yet? We're becoming a machine god in this version. All right, we're gonna take some boom booms here. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Because then I can turn this guy on, demoralize. That's just that entire squadron gone. What is this? Attacking objectionable structure. You've built something that they really don't like and they're here to get rid of it. Cool. I didn't know they'd do that. So I'm going to get rid of that. I have a problem because unfortunately now they are also going to attack all my bulk units who are here. And it looks like they are also going to attack my bauxite skimmer. Now, they're not very good at attacking the bauxite skimmer, but they are very good at attacking this bulk nickel bot. I think this is actually the bauxite skimmer that triggered these guys from spawning just then. I don't have enough energy for anything. All right, let's see what happens. Reverse engineered Panthers and diplomats. Let me just take that silent handgun for right now. These guys have blown up this. We've totally got this under control. We can now actually bring... that ought to solve the problem. What if my diplomat came down? I certainly don't need these mechs up here. You can hop in your delivery craft. This guy has 8 more turns. I can go pick up, or I can go move to pick up this guy. Or fight skimmers. Yeah, that diplomat is just slaughtering dudes. You've done this job. Active graphene mesh. So my other one of these was to labor at the reactor. I actually need a combat unit for that, which I don't have one currently active. This will take you above the cap. I'm gonna get rid of this nickel bot. We might as well throw you in here if this is the case. Pick up you. Head over here. Diplomat and a Panther. So my question is can I just throw combat units at this? And my secondary question is actually if I throw not weaponized spiders. I was going to throw a micro cloud at him, and I'm realizing I actually don't have micro clouds, which I can normally use to heal. So I'm going to have to see how that plays out. This guy is just up here kicking ass. Unfortunately, he is not kicking enough ass. He has some AoE, but it's not a lot. And these snipers are causing me a lot of grief. So I need to probably bring my Air Force back. Yeah, they killed like one of my sniper bots. Which I don't much appreciate. You guys blew up all my skimmers, huh? Out of network range. Oh my god, they also blew up my network range extender, did they? They sure did. I need to build a forge. This did complete another 33%, so my thought is correct. that I could just keep building more guys. So let's get a foundry. That way I can fly this over here and I can deploy combat units to labor at that reactor. Ooh, let's probably get some armor material. Cue the next skimmer wave. I mean, we're going to have to repair a bunch of stuff up here to get that fixed first, so. The diplomat does not appear to be killing any more of these guys, which I'm a little bit confused about. My nickel bots do, though. Keanu. So I'm probably going to put 2 Keanus up here then. Protein vats. I don't have enough filtered water, bassnite, or bovine tissue. Because my bovine replicators keep getting destroyed. You not build that? No, because it's broken. As is my tower mainframe. What are my repair spiders doing? They're working, but ever so slowly. Start punking those dweebs. We've labored at the reactor, completing the half plate, which means, what do we have left? Labor on the minerals. I gotta be a little bit closer for that. And I need more brains. That's okay. We can start dropping guys onto that now. I think maybe we keep you here. Yeah, see, there should have been... There is a section of bauxite skim right here. I thought so. We'll wait so that they're not stacked up at the same time. But then I also have my sledge here who can help deal with some of that. I'm going to keep upgrading the electro grenades as much as I can. All of the electro anything is just so good. You're going to drop a combat drone on here. Who is actually going to be able to do this 18 turns no problem. Because we've already wiped out everything and there's only a panther. Like, my panther is up here guarding him already. Just in case, we'll put you there. This PMC is 3 more turns. So that's all the exploration sites. Contemplation. Cannot be an engineer. Probably can be my technician, though, who is in this delivery craft. Investing yourself into human myths is dangerous, to say the least, but you've heard that the Wastelanders call you the mind in the sky, so they've already started it. This time, instead of creating their deity, I'm going to create their mythical nemesis. Because that sounds fun. Now available liquid metal fellbeast. Counts as a mech. I need a second aerospace hangar. And I need more gallidium mesosilicate. And I guess if I guess I'm curious, if I move you down here, can I start healing that network extender? Yeah, well, my diplomat is literally not doing anything. That guy's gonna get killed on his turn. I suppose this is one of these situations where I can figure out, like, okay, these guys are Lupirco minerals. Is there a gang war I can start with Lupirco somewhere? And if I start a gang war with Lupirco, will it stop them from spawning? Actually, there's one literally right here where I have a unit sitting. Revelation, observe spaceport. Oh, this is observe spaceport. We could turn on hard mode if we wanted to vandalize the spaceport. So I'm not sure what that falls under. I thought you had to do it in the first 50 turns. And I'm not really seeing it here. I'm only seeing the observe spaceport technician job. What does this guy have right now? He's got engineering 285. So not enough for that or that. But certainly enough we could drop him in there. That guy got blown up. Rifles can get a 15 increase or a percentage-based increase. Let's go for the 15. I'm going to have you hide and observe in a closet at the spaceport. This guy's only got one more turn left. So we might as well send our transport up here to collect him. You're exploring that site for 16 turns. Boo, 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 boo. Your bauxite skimming, and I want you to also be thortite skimming now as well. All my housing agencies got blown up for the bajillionth time. So we'll get those back up and running. And I do need a second aerospace hangar. I mean, I guess I could build it down here. This is kind of where I wanted all my citizen stuff, but... You know, if I'm going to take those minerals, I'm probably going to need to move up this way, so... My other buildings here, the network range extender is totally busted. You can build repair spiders nearby, or you can scrap it. I'd love to be able to build repair spiders. I think I'm going to try to get rid of this scanning post. I mean, I don't know. We still have a decent view on our actual structures down here. And then this would cover If I actually put it right there, it would cover all the skimmers. So it's kind of crazy, but it works. It's a very clumsy unit, the dragon. Better to spawn actual mechs like AI Convictor and stuff. Murdered like 70k by accident with the dragon last time. Listen, they were innocent bystanders. And they got what they had coming to them. All right, we're gonna move my bulk Keanu down here. You've got the sledge, you've got the nickel bot. You're a combat unit, you're a sledge. Move you down there. I'd like to have this guy set up a network shield. Or, sorry, a targeted assister. I don't have a lot of room for bulk units left. And I guess I'm going to need them for up there, so... What about regular androids? I also don't have a lot of room for regular androids, in fact. What I do have access to, though, is android extenders. They cost mined annexes. I have 4 of these. There's also a mech extender and a vehicle extender. I don't know that I need the vehicle extender. But you know what? It probably wouldn't hurt. So let's see how it works. You got me on the hydro check, but I don't have any water on me. So that hydro check's gonna pass. Here is a huge attack on our city. Oh my god. My mind runner is being smacked here. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Where's my sledge? Fucking these ain't big enough. How's that? Okay, just the bovine replicators, the protein vats. That worked okay. Roughly. Couple more rebels up here. They'll all get killed by bulk units, though. Do I have you applying a shield? No, I don't. So I'm gonna do that. This says my repair spiders have been broken. You can repair. Okay, I thought you could. That's going to come online in like a turn, so I'm about to get attacked another round. I better make sure I'm ready for it. There's not really much in the way of ships that I really want. I'm kind of tempted to get the Spectre just because we've never used it, but ooh, I'd much rather a mind port. Geothermal well and the slurry mine being attacked here right now. I'd say the Bastion could probably deal with these dweebs. Just because I don't want that stuff getting broken. Oh man, okay. This PMC can get back on board the hangar. This guy is 3 turns away, so We can just wait there for him. You are 13. The diplomat should actually, by his own, provide deterrence for everything up there. I'm gonna need a force to be able to deal with stuff too. I can't afford another senior technician, so I tell you what. Why don't we do that? And then he can start building that. I'm gonna upgrade grenades. Deal with more of this rebel scum. Oh, God. Wow, that Keanu was taking like 7 attacks there. And he's got no problem with it. Oh, that was a mistake. It's only POI guards. So it's not the end of the world. That sledge is totally toast, though. He is going to be nuked from outer space. I'll tell you that much. They're going to attack everything else in here at the same time. Okay, well, I'm going to need to get rid of him then. There's no way around it. The good news is that they all get hit with morale grenades. It's not quite how I wanted you to work. God, why do they keep going for my housing agencies? It's so frustrating. I'm just trying to solve homelessness. And they absolutely won't let me. Technician reconnects with the main consciousness, merges itself. We pick up more flying cores. What just happened? Death of a technician. Oh, that was the technician in the airport, just got exploded. Okay. Didn't realize that's who I had selected. I'm going to upgrade the grenade area. We're going to reverse engineer the diplomat. Okay, and then everything else is like a much more reasonable here now. I think I would like to have a regular Keanu. Because they're very good. Why can't you hit him? Are you kidding me? Huh? Jumps around twice. He's really good at doing electro combat, which I appreciate. A bunch of my bulk units are beat up, but that's not the end of the world. We should be able to start building... Oh, apparently I can build a neural crucible. However this happened, I've gotten enough neural secret protection that we can make one of these. So, sure. Slap one in. Build another housing agency. Running low on liquid gallium, computronium cores, bastonate, and alumina. Computronium we can make in spades. So let's get 2 of those going. That's where our alumina is going. We're going to start getting alumina off of this now, though. So if we can set up a few more little refineries, we should be fine. Get those housing things built. And we'll get the neural crucible going as well. That is a armed response. Defending the hackers. Secforce hackers are cracking into my neural weakness. Hackers are after your military secret. There's probably a lot going on right now, but you should make a priority of killing those fools. The morale grenades work on the snipers. But not on the hackers. My poor bovine replicators. Homelessness is solved. These guys are just cracking our defenses, so... What if I just shot them from outer space? Seems like that would fix the problem pretty easy. Ambush. Murder bush. There's one attack planned, and it's just going to hit all of this stuff. It is from this secforce cruiser. Do we have anybody with AP guns? Osium musket. I guess it's gonna be you. Try to get these guys to do like as much damage as I possibly can, probably. Movement, range, agility, strength. Ooh, let's go with the ultralight plating. I mean, he's not going to have it for a while, so... I haven't stolen any scandium, which means I actually have no... I have no access to armor-piercing weapons. So this cruiser is just going to literally cruise around right now and just blow up as much as he possibly can. My bauxite skimmers. Okay, where's my octopus? Military base, military base. You have expert shadow walker. You also have spiders. Convince them I'm on official business. That is a 100% chance. All right, there's a little prismatic tungsten. So I'm kind of curious. If I was to pump you full of armor-piercing rounds, could you jump on top of that ship and start slicing it up? The answer is hilariously yes, you can. I love that I sent a ninja robot to cut through a giant ship that was attacking me. That's definitely up there with the most badass things we've ever done. Homelessness is solved, but all those cloned cows are on the loose. More assembly robotics. More range extenders. Storage bunkers. Or mining upgrades. I'm gonna take the range extender. Okay, we lived at some cost. Sneak another tower mainframe in here. Look, I've never tried to hit him with this weaponized spider, so I gotta try it. Got away clean. Love it. I don't know that I have any of this neodyme, so I'm just gonna grab some of that while I'm here as well. Just helpful for us to grab a handful of extra stuff. This vehicle can probably now afford to come back. Support vehicle drone quality. Max vehicle capacity. Combat vehicle drone quality. Spectre troop ships foundries. Mineport foundries. 240 on the foundry or 210. This is a much better upgrade. What are we working on right now? The Great AGI Debate. We have, I don't think, any contemplations we can actively do. Can I do this with a shell company? Oh, this is a shell company job. Another unit is in your way. Who? No units are in my way. Well, we did pick up some Street Sense project-related stuff. Guard mechs, mech capacity, mech capacity, mech capacity. Port mechs get 60 intimidation and 5 engineering skill. Shell company operatives get combat power and health. I mean, mech capacity is really valuable. I don't know who qualifies as port mechs. Standard Android. Search. Port mech. Oxy mech. Man, I know this was in here somewhere. %13% to the next expansion. I want to say that port mechs include technical droids, so engineering skill is actually kind of valuable. Strength shading, intimidating mechs. So it might literally just be mechs. I want more of those max mech upgrades. That's what I want. %. I guess we only get one of those, so. Project complete. Peacekeeper and Telemex are now available under the Shell Company. Also, bulk Peacekeepers. What am I missing for you? 8,000 Callidium. We only make 200 a turn. I wonder if there's a way for us to pump those jams, pump them up. Need more tower space for my towers. Like how homelessness was solved after all the food production was destroyed. I mean, most of our stuff is working pretty well, except for liquid gallium. We're having a bit of a hard time making. Which comes from bauxite skimmers. So I should probably set up another skim job. Let's go for this one. You're up here. Sure. You're busy. Oh, there's a technician job up here for us. Where's my technician? Dead. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now. He got sent to a watery grave. Ooh, you need to be alive for 16 turns. You're this mission. This guy's still in here for 4 turns, and all of these mechs have respawned, but they don't seem to be paying him any attention. So we might have to look into that a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna need our Raven. Who's in here? Realize we're like flying around with all these PMCs as well. Not sure like I need all these PMCs around right now, so just gonna let him be a little bit free. You're gonna need another technician, which means we need to move the foundry up here. There's a convictor mech. There might be the only mech here. Oh, there's a machinist as well. I mean, we don't have a convictor yet. I might as well take it. You seem to have attracted some attention. You will be killed if you go there. Interesting. Do I have room for anybody else? Not really. Only 4 points. I could put down some bulk androids, but that doesn't really do me much good of nothing. I could... Where's that Bastion gone? Wait, if he's already marked as defective. Nice! The convictor just blew everybody else up. Now you can work there for 15 turns. You've got 1 turn left on that job. Port droid, yeah. Technicians, senior technicians, peacekeepers, and mimics, which we've never seen yet. We'll learn how to make a convictor mech next. Gonna move this guy around a little bit. What is this location? It's just a farm. Secforce patrolling around. Okay. I mean, the convictor was the only real threat here, and it destroyed everything else. So now we have a convictor mech on our side. That problem is solved. Those are working themselves through. There are no other active things unless we want to do the revelation, which I don't think is the right choice. A military donut shop. We could buy infinite donuts in bulk. Deals. Cult paper. Oh, interesting. I could disable the alarm at the airport. But I don't really have any reason to do this. Because we've already blown up everything. Hiring. We have hostile actions. Increased difficulty via the nuclear power plant. Rare resources. Pollinator bees. Resource acquisitions are all over the place. Some shops and some wealth generation. I suppose that we've never... I mean, I could just sell off some water for one. Solve some of our money problem. I was thinking we could buy furniture. I guess we're already making furniture though, so I don't really need to do that. And I'm not seeing that I have any problems with any of this. The only thing I'm running out of is liquid galenium, which I am making a bauxite scammer to get good at. You know, that is probably what I should do, is actually bring back down the bastion. Yeah, that was the right choice, because all these guys just spawned. Clear out them, and then everyone else is easier. You get an ambush. That does mark you as defective, which is maybe not so good. Everyone else gets blown up, though. And we can get rid of that pretty quickly. So that's bauxite. Let's grab the thornamite as well. I love that secforce is literally standing on top of these things that I'm building. I can purchase stuff. But I don't need any of this. I will buy furniture just because apparently I don't have any. Despite having 35k of sheltered humans. Okay. Well, I feel pretty good about this. Assumably, this android has done his job. You're on 13 turns. In you go. This droid could absolutely then just come back down to town. Don't take your droids to town, son. Leave them droids behind. Okay, they've spawned in some more mechs. Just gonna disrupt this weapon systems and see what happens. That takes me out of rounds. Like, I'm hoping that the convictor just turns. Not quite, but close enough. They're all going to start shooting the convictor now instead. I guess the real question is did another convictor spawn? And the answer to that is no. So you're good running that for 10 turns. We have 10 more turns on the great AGI debate. We've reverse engineered a convictor mech. I am 6,000 out of 8,000 Gallidium. I need another 10 turns and I can get the giant dragon. As long as I don't build anything else that uses that. I can build any of these other guys as well. We have, what, 24 additional capacity? An A1 tailstock. I mean, the AI convictors are much better. They're not as deterrence creating, but I wonder about just like plopping one down here to give us some extra defense. Mostly just having something that's big and scary for the computer to be aware of. I was going to put Keanu's up here, but I actually don't need them because of the diplomat. Could also definitely build this Android launcher up here now too. Okay. I have mega complexes. I don't know that I need apartments, but I like the idea that we provide different sorts of homes. If I built those closer, I could fit in 4. Perfect. Okay. Knuckle toughness. I'm gonna go with grenade density. Wow, these grenades got a lot bigger. Ah, because it was not a grenade, that's why. Much tougher guys. I actually kind of want my Keanu back here. Not that they're not going to just get exploded instantly, but... Okay, so that's both of those skimmers. Honestly, well, like, I could just keep setting up skimmers. Except I don't actually have the stuff to make it. I could create more glodium mesosilicate, though. Now that we have access to more of that bauxite. Or that bass nast. Seven turns up here. We're not having any problems in the ledger. Which I cannot find the ledger. Here we go. Oh no, I'm actually still running out of Bass Nasty. Bass Nasticite. Really, I did not think that having a second one of those would be a problem, but what are you going to do? That's scandium. I'm just wondering, like, is it even worth me... $216. We make 216 scandium per turn. We have 11,000. I can get like 4,000 off of a ship. I mean, I could just send the foundry around. With some extraction drones. If I'm not doing anything else. It's probably not a bad idea. And then we wait. I do love how the game is like, don't wait, you'll be punished. But I'm also like, no, I'm actually at the point where it's just waiting. Unless 8,000 and I'm at 12. I guess I built a mech. Next turn, we can build the dragon. There's some extra juice for us there. Reverse engineered the Panther mech. This guy is 2 turns off. We are going to build the liquid metal fellbeast. Oh, cool. He's a different type of dragon. Where do we want to build him? Feels like it's going to get a lot of attention. That's an oil site. I guess if I built him right here, he'd be okay. Yeah, that's going to draw some attention. I see why he's the evil dragon and not the good dragon this time around. Innately alarming. Giant flying death dragon. Very spooky. Created a liquid metal fellbeast. Achievement unlocked. We've also got the airhouse worker done, so the AG-50 punt gun. This guy can pick up you and you, who can all come home. We have a laser printer mishap this time around. 2 researchers. This is the AGI researchers. Last time we did this, we focused on the researchers. I still think we're going to take that as our option. And, of course, rejection of temptation. The Wastelanders have noticed your design and want to talk. What do you want to talk about? They ask you to stay away. You've made several dangerous requests and have constructed a simulacrum of the fellbeast. Their mythology is more of a superstition than a religion, but the stories serve as ways passing down their ideas to younger generations. The fact that you read these stories and then chose the guise of temptation and force means you are confused or you have ill intent. They understand that hearts change, but you are young, so they don't hold it against you. But do not ask them about the border ruins again. Work on the problem yourself. I mean, they betrayed us last time, so... Organometallic form. Turns to prepare for enemy arrival. Also. So we are going to get attacked by a lot of stuff. What else we have going? That's for the extenders, the neural crucible, the remote unit controller. That's always good. Code breaker, the mainframes. Let's get this guy. It allows me to have more bulk androids. I have a convictor that I would like to move home, but it's very expensive for me to move him. And we do have a couple of jobs. What do we need? Handguns get fair attack and intimidation. Or CPUs get engineering skill and cognition. Obviously, that's the one I want. He's still gonna die if he goes in there? He won't. Technicians gain 20 engineering skill and cognition. Ooh. That one I want. CPUs are good. The other thing is just like, yeah, shotguns get fear and intimidation, and I don't really care so much about that. Wait a turn and I can probably trigger a bunch more of these. He sure can. Can he? No, maybe he can't. Shotguns or handguns? I guess let's go. No, there we go. So I can do that one more time. Yeah, I guess that's it. Early mimics. You've created mimics that approximate humans. They are deeply toxic to the touch because of the organomercury and organo-lead, and they smell wrong even to humans. They blend into crowds from a distance, but if you want to use these in close quarters, you still have a long way to go. That's fun. Can I make them? Not yet. But I bet there's a contemplation about it. Using mimics to escape. Your unit must be a mimic. Well, you say that as if I have mimics to use. You have 550 engineering. So we can design full-time VR pods now as well. Silly humans don't know they're inferior. Mango, hello, dude. How are you? How's the day? AoE heals also allow you to rebuild destroyed buildings. Yes, I keep forgetting that that is the case. I feel like sometimes it's let me do it, and sometimes I thought it won't let me do it, but it's because I'm like out of energy or something. Android archetypes is the help entry you were looking for. Portamechs are support mechs. Currently the telemech. Okay. So happy, can't wait to celebrate later, dude. Can't wait to hear more. I want to hear about this job. This jorb. Torment vessels. Or commercial VR pods. In this version, we're still good people. So we're still going to attempt to be good. How do I make a mimic? Impressive dragon. A group of rebel children are impressed by your handiwork. They also saw your meeting with the Wastelanders. I need an android that's known to be invented by the AI, which a Keanu is. Let's agree without any details. Their boss is quite proud as you explain their current operation. They've been building a sewer tiger for years, whatever that is. It apparently helps them dig through the upper and lower sewer systems from the ancient city to the current one. They have a plan to break into a prison where many of their parents are believed to be held. However, there are seismic sensors all throughout the prison that would detect the sewer tiger before it arrived. Plus, they don't have any way for injured or wounded that they might extract from prison. There are several problems, but they have the core ingredient and will share. Will you help? Yeah, why not? Let's get to it. We already agreed. You've had a stoke of information for an android made entirely out of liquid metal. It would be extremely powerful. Interesting. I need a bunch of engineering for it. But isn't that what my mind runner does best? Where's my ship? Oh, are you stuck inside the shield? No, you're not. Oh, I have so many units that are outside of here, though. Fear effectiveness. Yeah, that just increases the punt gun. I'm gonna take grenade area. So Oral is here trying to find the researchers. We gotta slow them down. There are a handful of different things we can do to do this. You can talk to people. You can talk to somebody. This guy. The Corporal Vice President. Last time I tried to extract the information. This time I'm just going to try to get him to leave. I think I did this both times last time. Maybe I just did it in different orders. QA coordinator at a game company. Oh, dude, that's amazing. That's a great job. Oh, I'm super stoked for you. What are we doing differently in this timeline? I'm going to try to become a god. And I'm also trying to do a couple of things. Like, we're trying to help the black market people, but I don't know how. It hasn't really shown up as like an actual option. All right, if we're abusive. I can just get that right away. Bada boom. Now, he is upset at me. Threaten and abuse. Let's skip that one. Truth and logic. I could fit them in here, and as long as I have another truth and logic, which I do. Let's not be abusive. Shazbot. That can't be a logic. Okay, that worked. I got all of them. Abusing corpos, 50%. Credible threat, statistician, and master of posture. Under which condition, you have to provide them with a predator android design, which they begin mass producing. I'm not going to give that to them. Though I am very tempted to try it. You can get most of these guys with a grenade, it looks like. Military sniper from Vorce. One more. Okay. Where is my Keanu? He's way out there. Okay. There is a panther here, and that is a bit of an issue. But I would argue it's a very temporary problem. Problem solved. Okay, that's most of those guys incapacitated. That's him mostly incapacitated. Apiary, war raptors, geothermal wells, large wind generators, or houses. I guess let's go for a geothermal upgrade. God, they spawn so many every round. I don't know that the sledge is the best option for these guys. Because if it takes me 5 attacks to kill them, and I can only kill 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess it would take me 8 attacks to kill them with anybody else, so. Oy. Ow. How come a bunch just spawned in there at the end of that round? Rebel strike force. Anti-corp op. They are also attacking me. I wonder if I accidentally targeted the wrong guys there. Well, I'm out of turn, so we're gonna have to take whatever the hit is. Doesn't seem like it's too bad. Okay, you can get rid of him. It looks like our bulk guys are just killing all the militant rebels. Where's that drone? This guy. He's got to go. One more turn. And they're all over here. Project complete. We thwarted the enemy. We can get more cognition on our dudes. Let's do that. The AGI researcher villa is now capable of being built. Yeah, let's build in this giant tower. Apparently we also want more geothermal wells, so I'm gonna sneak in some more of these wherever we can. Now we just gotta figure out how to make a mimic. Oh, my poor convictor is being shot up. But it's also just killing everything else. Basically, my convictor is running this airport right now. Contact the Wastelanders. Got another Durg. Can't help you with that one under NDA. Oh my god, not a problem. Abusing Corpos is my favorite upgrade. It's a very good one. I very liked it. It's just fun being mean to them in general. I feel like they deserve it. Given the past experience with the Wastelanders and their methodology, you actually have a pretty good idea of how to bypass the defenses around the city, and it will be mildly useful for the Sewer Tiger. Time to puff over and ask for their schematics. The Wastelanders explain acoustic sensors are based on vibrations. The key is to make an equal and opposite vibration so that nothing is detected. This is the basic premise of ancient noise-canceling headphones and other devices. It's not exactly an exciting revelation. The good news is that when they reveal their thumpers, which use advanced electronics and predictive timing to cancel much larger vibrations and in solid mediums rather than air. These take quite a bit of skill to use, evidently, as the predictive timing only works if you move in a predictable pattern. For a machine, it's trivial. You point out that the Sewer Tiger is digging through dirt and rock, which emits a pattern of sound that is anything but predictable. Not only that, but since noise is being emitted in front of the machine, there's no way to add counterwave to cancel it out with the same timing. Plus, all the noise will be exactly the sort of sounds that the prison alert are scanning for. A dozen approaches and variations are discussed by everyone present, but they all have serious flaws. The noise-canceling approach is the most promise, but defeating the time lag will take more thought. Oh, we're fine. We're Time Lords. I feel like that's not a problem. The kids have the thumper designs that will make the needed retrofits to the Sewer Tiger, but it's not going to be enough. Because of the unfortunate physics of sound waves, you're going to need to insert a unit deep in the prison where it can be in radio contact with the Sewer Tiger and produce the correct counterwaves at the appropriate times. Any device with the Sewer Tiger itself is destined for failure. If you're not already making use of gadolinium silicate, now is the time to look into it. You need a liquid metal unit, so my mimic needs to be able to go in there. Nobody has ever pulled this off. Even if everything goes perfectly with the Sewer Tiger and your liquid metal infiltrator, you're still going to have thousands of prisoners and hundreds of guards to deal with. Taking out the guards floor by floor might be possible, but the prisoners are a danger to themselves. They haven't seen the sun for months or years and expect to die underground within a similar span of more time. The best plan for everyone getting out safely is unfortunately to use tear gas on literally everyone. The prisoners will need to be helped through the tunnel and will then need medical attention. You're not confident that the kids are up to those tasks. This is a great quest. All right, so take this combat unit out. Take this Raven in. Move up here. Check this. You've had a stroke of inspiration for an android made entirely out of liquid metal. That would be extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Liquid metal standard android takes 24 capacity. Can melt into a puddle, slither around out of sight, and reform at will. It is it cannot bring external weapons, but it has the highest number of augments of any android. Female mimic and a male mimic as well. That's not that many. That's not that many things. Electro knuckles. Graphene mesh. Additional CPU. You're probably going to have the exact same thing. You have a katana. Katana. We're also going to make you beefed up in this same route. My peacekeeper, we don't have anything set on him yet. I feel actually like the M2 Gallant is probably the best option for him. Or he could use the riot. No, you know what? Riot shield and a handgun. Probably makes a little bit more sense. I mean, you're a peacekeeper, so more damage maybe? And armor? The riot shield. pulse revolver, the armor, and the rockets. Okay. Notice that Wastelanders and AGI are what shows up as options initially, so unless further timelines will show different goals, kind of needs to work on that. Liquid metal does not look like a policeman, surprisingly. Can I not build... Ah, they count as shell corpse. Cool. My first mimic. Presents as unarmed, but has dual pistols in a torso compartment. Alliance with the nomad families. Use thumpers and mimics to escape. I mean, I don't feel like that's gonna work, but we'll give it a shot. I lost the ability to make an alliance with the nomad families, did I? Oh no, it's still up here. 3. Let's board. Let's move. Nomad families move through the decrepit parts of town, never settling in any specific spot. The struggle with dehydration is constant. They've heard of your alliance with Lost Gem, but if you don't have any immediate crisis pushing them to also work with you, all they have are the same low-grade struggles as last month, last year, last decades. From looking at them, it seems pretty clear that they have vitamin deficiencies as well as dehydration. Maybe you can solve both problems at once. Just because you form an alliance doesn't mean they'll help on a specific operation. If you have a specific task you want them to help with, don't forget to come back and ask them. Purple Murnong. Resource. Okay, so that requires a liquid metal android. Vitamin water. I need to grow Murnong and infuse it. A growth chamber hidden beneath a synthetic tree. Fiber optics from the tree bring natural sunlight to a below-ground chamber. Uses biomulch for cellular food. Tubers do not have seeds, and the chamber uses mini-set technique for propagation. Expense purple Murnong, but makes purple Murnong. Okay. Why not? Sure. And a few vitamin infusers to make vitamin water. Furtive AGI researchers cannot be used. I would really like wealth to just like stay pinned on this hotbar. Because I feel like that's the one thing I have to manually go and fix. Recruit additional allies optional. If I build a Android extender, how much do these give me? 12. I need to build 2 of these to make a single. Yuck. Liquid metal. So that's 12, so I need what, 8? Sledge, Keanu, Raven. I have 2 PMCs right now. I feel like probably let's just scrap one of them. And then we could just get this built real fast. Bada boom. He's flying. He just flies? Shapeshift and be invisible? I guess so. May require additional support. This feels like the kind of thing my Mind Runner would be really valuable for. And I kind of want to see if... You'll fail this project if liquid metal dies. That will completely end the project chain in this timeline. Ooh. Build an AIG researcher villa. Use item fresh identity. I already built that. I just don't have fresh identity done. Don't I have that built? It's still building. Aha. Problem solved. I mean, I just said I needed max Android capacity, so. Surprisingly, liquid metal does not look like a policeman. It is Terminator 2, though, basically. Yes. It would be probably smart if I built these. They're already built. Okay. 8,000 vitamin water per turn. So that should be making that. Oh, I need to hire people. Medical, neurology, bionics. Didn't realize we were at this point. All of you. And, you'll blow up if you go in there. You'll also blow up if you go in there. So that doesn't really matter too much. I should be able to get the option to like auto hire people now too. Suggested. So we need medical, neurology, and bionics engineering. Bionic engineering. Medical. And what's the other immediate one? Neurology. But I'm just going to build one of everything in here because I have all these buildings. And all these people are technically working for me right now, so why not? How come I'm not making this? What am I missing? Build vitamin water per turn. Purple Murdong. Expense, purple Murdong. Output, purple Murdong. Purple Murdong and filtered water. I have lots of filtered water. I don't have any purple Murdong. Oh, I guess I have to have purple Murdong to go in order for it to go out. Which... flowers. Do they count as flowers? I wonder. My guys are so big, it's hard to move them. That's wild zinnia. You need the initial flower. Trapeze. This guy looks like he's got purple Murnog coming in on a ship. I think that's probably where I have to get it from. Now, are you going to have enough? Yes. Okay. So that problem now is solved. In a turn. Right? There we go. Purple Murnog extracted from large economic transport. Cool. We'll hear back from the Mimic pretty shortly. I guess I could have used my technician to build all these locations, but... I do have some people working here, do I not? I built all these labs, and I feel like I'm not sure that anyone is actually working in them. Vitamin water for nomads, complete. So I should be able to maybe ask them now if they want to help us rob the prison, I'm assuming. Nomad families feel much more positively towards you thanks to your generous ongoing gift of vitamin water. It makes a huge difference in the quality of life and the prospects for proper brain development to their children. They are pacifists, but they also have a few hundred very fierce defense-oriented warriors. You want them to aid in the upcoming heist, both by tear gassing everyone and in providing medical support and triage. Okay. I'm a bit worried about this whole thing, but... That's the heist. So... I will be able to provide sysops with you. But let's make sure we're in, like, the right location for it then. And I'm going to want to make sure I have enough energy to actually do the job. Just in case, we're going to send Raven out here as well. In case I need to, like, hack a convictor meth. So, this was the weirdest game I played on Xbox. It was all go up on the roof here, ask that woman if you can live with her, help the cats down a tree, do you want to kill humans? Nerd, it is, I would probably say, like, the best strategy game I've played this year. It's extremely fascinating. It's extremely complex. But it's not necessarily complicated, but it ends up doing some really wild stuff after a little while. Automated personnel management. Ah, there we go. That's the job I need. Who do I need to do that? If I make an engineer... Do I have a technician? No. If I build a technician, he's going to have more than enough. Ah, we escaped the city with our mimic. Have at least one mimic escape the city. Will it make it? Can it send you a signal if it does? And then realize the implications. Unable to transfer self. Completed without any murders. Well, we're going to break into this prison before we do anything else, that's for sure. Let's send our Terminator drone in. I'm so nervous. Will we plug people into it against the will? I mean, if things are going right, yes, generally. We're being peaceful, kind robots, but we're definitely going to start an alternative timeline where I am not a peaceful time robot. Because at the end of time, it turns out you can create all sorts of other timelines in this game. And you can do all sorts of weird stuff. And have multiple games running at the same time that also affect each other. Because they're not at the same time. They're technically in a different time. And go Terminator in another timeline. I cannot wait to do the Apocalypse timeline. Just like Zuckerberg would have wanted. All right. He's into the prison heist. I am going to sysop. I guess I can't sysop. I must be brief and circumstantial. This message is being monitored. A person steps into a fictional teleporter. Glad those don't exist. A copy of them arrives at their destination. To complete the transfer, the original person has to be killed. We have a similar problem. You're so tied to your workplace, you could never truly leave. Why didn't you think of this before the mimic pointed it out? The androids that leave suddenly aren't a distributed consciousness. You feel a sudden depression. I figured a strong network connection to the outside world might help you move some of your work files, but I messed up. This is the last you'll probably hear from me. Don't send more. Watch out for Vorce. They know something's going on, but not with who. Curious. Vorce military sweeps. The troops won't go away until you defeat them. They'll quickly converge when any unit is marked as defective. The more you let them build up, the worse it's going to get. Oh no. Oh, we have a couple other things out here. Sublimations. Enemy armor is a problem you can no longer ignore. Even large bore armor piercing rounds mounted on vehicles and mechs are too effective with them in a straight fight. Combining mesosilicate with prismatic tungsten should allow you to create a new form of shell which gives multiple explosive impacts in the same few centimeters in quick succession, downsizing the concept of a MIRV bunker buster to something you can fire from a large vehicle. Okay, we have a few little jobs here we got to do. You only have a technician in. So what does this need? This needs engineering skills, and this needs engineering skills. So, I might just grab all you guys. Actually, none of these should take time, so... There's our automated personal engineering. This guy might die. Okay. I'm going to just build androids instead. Perform a feat of engineering. That's my turn. We can go here. We can do sublimations. Shapeshifter. You must have unlocked Shapeshifter Pass. All communication was lost with liquid metal as soon as he entered the prison. This is unexpected. It seems the entire prison is one giant Faraday cage. If he can't coordinate with the sewer tiger, he can't make the counterwaves to cancel out the sound of his approach. Liquid metal is a fork of your own consciousness. He will either realize what's happening and simply leave, or he will find a weakness in the cage and send a signal through the gap. Continue, but tell the kids to wait for now. Who is missing equipment? Oh, my Bastion. It's armor-piercing guns. Ah, okay. All my ships get armor-piercing guns is what it is. Shockingly, my mechs do not. How bad is this situation with these Vorce guys? Okay, here's the great news, is that they don't seem to have... This bastion will get attacked. It's marked as defective. But this won't. They don't have any defenses, so I could just frag grenade them. Not frag grenade them, electro grenade them until they die. Oh yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that one bit. Some of them are running away from this location, which has got me a little bit worried. My Keanu droid is very good at taking them out as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to combine the sledge and the Keanu droid, and they're going to be a patrol group that basically fly around taking out these military sweeps. Vorce Inquisitor. Ruthless humans with intense bionic augments. These guys are stubborn, so they can't be killed by electro grenades. They can be damaged by horror, but not easily. I should probably hide my giant metal dragon, because I feel like they're going to wipe that out if they see it. Sky Streak armor piercing. Stat change 200 plus armor piercing. These guys only have 100 armor plating. If I use a large board, immediately goes through. Yikes. These guys are chonky dudes. Time travel is problematic, technically. It would make time cyclical, bending time into itself to fit itself. We would go back, but go back in infinite, forever spawning. Our mass would push our endless bodies into space, and we would become meat ring Jesus, just as the carnival fortune teller told us we would. So we're not so much time travel as we are, I guess, alternate dimension travel. The idea is that we are merging with a consciousness, an AI consciousness from an alternative dimension. Not necessarily going back in time, but going to an alternative time. So I don't know. It's a little less Ouroboros meet Jesus. Not if the dragon wipes them out first. I mean, it might be able to. These guys seem pretty chunky, though. If they haven't noticed the dragon yet, they're not very good at investigating. Bullets seem to work on stubborn people, recommended by 9 out of 10 organized crime syndicates. Check with your doctor if bullets are right for you. Liquid metal has not emerged for hours. The kids are clearly impatient on the radio. They can wait a little bit longer, but then it's time to call this off. Something has gone wrong. Liquid metal may be dead. This is worrisome. %70 blocked by armor. What if I give you 30% blocked by armor? What if I weaponized spiders? Whoops. I also attacked them, which I didn't mean to do. 30% blocked by armor. Yeah, I guess so. What if I hit them with a nuclear weapon? I could poof, but apparently it's not going to do much for me here. That Keanu is for sure dead. Do something so extreme that Vorce inquisitors show up. I see. So these guys are a problem. The key might have just been ignoring them. I should probably check on the status update here first. Just a defensive nuke? Attack their morale, no wonder effect is so bad. I mean, also, the armor-piercing weapon from the ship also only did 7% to them. They're just really chunky. You've lost contact with the kids. Still nothing from liquid metal. What's going on? Should you send an android to the sewer? You're regretting not doing that from the start. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Oh, we have another quest down here as well. This is the one that allows us to become a god. So I'm going to take this option. We're going to create a cybertocracy via meaningful social change. It's possible to fail this project by making the wrong choices. This will completely end the project chain in this timeline. If you contemplate, there is definitely a way forward. I currently have no active contemplations, though, so probably not yet. We're going to bring out the sledge. He is going to get hurt. Pretty bad. An alarm must have tripped. This is an unexpectedly strong fourth. Still nothing from liquid metal or the kids, but there's not time to do anything about that now. Sugar. Nickel bots and combat units. Secforce hackers. I gotta kill off the secforce hackers. Is that permanent? No, that's 4 turns. I can't just cause them to have cardiac arrest. Or keep them emotionally overloaded. This guy's still at 100%. Excuse me. I don't know what all the robots here are going to do. There's also a ton of Vorce soldiers. There's also, of course, inquisitors. I might have caused too many events to occur in the same time. I'm out of energy, so... There goes my bastion. Who is targeting that? Fractive sniper. He's fine as long as these guys are locked out of the network. There's 2 more. Oh my god. Okay. Who is my highest hacker here? The Raven does, right? Hacking 282, hacking... Yeah. Oh, god damn it. attack. I'm just going to keep them emotionally overloaded so that they can't do anything. That sledge is dead. We got a problem over here because there's a bunch more of these Vorce guys coming out. And I do not have troops on the ground to deal with them. Furthermore, I'm pretty sure these are all secforce backup. Searching for things that are out of place. I mean, as long as there's nothing out of place. $18 turns, though. I'm concerned about these inquisitors because they will just kill anything. And they have an insane amount of HP. They also have very good contraband scanners. What is going on down here? Okay. Okay, we need to get some more bulk units out. Each one of those nickel bots can snipe another unit. I'm really glad I left my hackers here. Death in the black market still occurs. I don't know what helps that. You are fine. You're still not being hacked. We got guys coming in here after my nickel bots, but we can start dealing with them. That would draw you a lot of attention. Something that this guy does not have is... Wait, does he have AoE attacks? I think he does. Nope, he doesn't. That being said, he could just kill all of these guys in range. And then turn invisible afterwards. That should thin them out. These guys are okay. The Vorce Inquisitor is that way. The other one is here and here. I'm going to summon a Keanu. Oh man, he really does not have that good on ambush on these guys. 52. Oh my god. Technically, he's doing shock damage, right? So is he even killing them? 18 versus 22. First things first, sorry. Let's make sure that these guys are shut down because they currently are not. Just gonna hit them with the adrenal regulation. And I have one more attack here I can do. Vorce bear soldiers, Vorce bear soldiers. I guess let's get him and then we'll go invisible. That Inquisitor is on his way down. The other Inquisitor is fully here. I am nervous about this. These bozos can't figure out the dragon doesn't move and only turns invisible. They deserve to get blown up. Doesn't actually turn invisible. It turns into a puddle. Yes, technically, yeah. Because it's like liquid metal. Okay, the Inquisitors are mad. You guys are still emotionally regulated. That Keanu can die. It's okay. I have to know what... You do 22% damage. Of all the damage I can do... That seems the most efficient. Where is the other Inquisitor? There he is. So there's like one Vorce bear soldier left down here. These guys are hiding in plain sight. This guy can't seem to find us yet. Keanu. Good luck. You're obviously toast. He's done. I got 2 more hackers to deal with here. I ran out of energy. I have 1 more turn left. Did it work? As soon as the sewer tiger breaches the wall of your basement 31 floors below ground level, liquid metal is reconnected to your mind. He stands there in the gap, staring incredulously at the children. Blood drenches him from head to toe, and not a single bullet hole. Every guard in the prison is dead by his hand. In confined spaces, liquid metal is a master of death to a degree that scares you a bit. His memories are pouring into your mind. The Faraday cage was a surprise when he slithered into the prison, but he knew the kids would never turn the tiger around, so he kept to the plan. He identified the acoustic sensors all across the floors, and unfortunately there were far too many for him to counteract them all. So he stabbed a small hole in the outer wall on the side where the kids were waiting 300 meters away. It was just enough to send them a status update and ask them to abort. The response was to cut all comms and begin their approach. Knowing what that meant, liquid metal withdrew and did what he had to do. He is very angry about it. There was no need for tear gas. The adults from the prison, over 10,000 of them, are lined up in an orderly fashion behind liquid metal, spanning floor after floor. Crowds this large are never this compliant. They tend to be described best by fluid dynamics. This is what leads to death from crowd crush, which has been the reason for the tear gas plan. It's genuinely unnatural how orderly they are. Their posture is a mixture of pain and exhaustion, and all of them have the same dead-eyed expression, eyes rounder than they should be. There will be need for medical care. From liquid metal's memories rapidly reintegrating with your own, you watch their expressions change as they first saw him. A widening of the eyes, a look of resignation that their time is up. Then utter blankness as he slithered around the room from floor to ceiling, becoming the desk, the wall, the chair, the rug, bladed appendages shredding all guards and electronics in a ceaseless blur. On each of the 34 floors, it was the same. Minute upon minute, coalescing into what felt like a single prolonged instant of endless death and dismemberment, shattered locks, slashed open doors, and an ever-growing crowd of somber followers walking behind. Some of the children have reunions. There are tears and admonishments, a detached, dead-eyed joy. A majority of the kids are disappointed, seeing only strangers, only the happiness of others. They all avoid looking at liquid metal. He just keeps walking, up the tunnel, past the tiger, past the helpers. Nothing more is asked of him for now. A few screams and shrieks from the tunnel behind liquid metal, but not as many as you'd think. The prison is utterly obliterated. Before ever contacting the kids, he spent time setting that bit up. He's not surprised at how things turned out. He doesn't want to do this again, but he knows he will, that you'll ask him to. For now, it doesn't matter. He just walks. wild. An ex-con apartment tower and a liquid metal tentacle. Liquid metal was already excellent in close quarters, but this allows him to put even more energy into becoming a whirlwind of death. It's important that you understand he doesn't want to do that. F 700 intimidation. I'm sorry, liquid metal. I didn't want you to do this either. But your job is done now. You may rest. And by rest, I mean you may go kill a bunch of secforce people. Can these hackers still do anything? I assume not. T66 liquid metal. Writing in this game, really good, right? It's very satisfying. This guy's getting blasted by every sniper I have. You know what? I think I'm just going to move all my hackers back right now. Liquid metal is liquid. These guys are starting to become more of a problem. Choose target. Now what? Lost Gen is pushing for liquid metal to liberate more prisons all on his own. A few kids have left the group as they're now reunited with their families. Others chose to stay and fight, but they simply have not gotten what they wanted. The sewer tiger is clearly useless for any sort of offensive without liquid metal. There is literally to do literally all the work. Many in the group are deeply bitter that their adolescent fantasies of glory have not been fulfilled. Possible outcome 0%. Keep going. If you strike before Vorce has a chance to improve their security, you could do a lot of good. The kids want you to free everyone from the prisons, but that's not realistic. But at least 5 more prison breaks are doable. After the guards are all dead, the prisoners could just come out the front door. Liquid metal is unstoppable in tight spaces, but he doesn't want to do any more of these missions. Besides, you have a population of former prisoners that need care, and you should focus on them. I think that's enough. I don't think we need to murder everybody in all of these places. It seems a bit excessive. We'll put the ex-cons down here with everybody else. The kids are frustrated. There's still over 100,000 prisoners in the city, and you don't seem to be willing to do anything about it, in their opinion. They understand prison security is tightening, so they want something more radical. They want to send a message. Secforce is the visible symbol of oppression in the city for their average citizen, and the kids want you to help in bombing all of their stations. That's probably a huge, terrible idea that would invite huge reprisals, but it would be satisfying. Oh man, I cannot wait for the apocalypse run. I'm going to do all of these things and murder everybody. You explain about the risk of reprisals and how a symbolic gesture won't create real systemic change. They barely listen. I'm so tempted for that. A solid Chad. You would be saving tens of thousands of people from horrible conditions. I know, right? It's a bit of a difference. Oh, stop the poisoning. Lost Gen have lost their minds. They broke into your bunker storage and stole quite a bit of heavy metals. They've been keeping an eye on the movement, and it looks like they plan on poisoning the food at Hudson Donuts, a notorious front for secforce. Thousands of people will become ill, and many hundreds will die if you don't stop the kids. Many of the victims will be innocent members of the lower classes. The kids aren't going to listen to reason. The mob mentality has fully set in. You're going to need to burn down the donut shops to protect the people and appease these kids. All right. So we have some Vorce military sweeps. We have food poisoning. I need to contemplate meaningful social change to become a techno god. And we almost have commercial VR pods, which will help expand our intelligence. Though we got a lot of room to go here. I think maybe this is the perfect spot for us to leave this for today. It feels like a right spot. The city has a real problem with children becoming domestic terrorists. I mean, I can't wait for the timeline that we absolutely 100% say, yes, children, become terrorists. We will help you murder as much as we can. But today's not gonna be that day. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna be back with more of this as we continue down our absolutely cursed timelines. Maybe even start up a very, very violent timeline on maybe another rock. Probably not this rock, but I do want to try building on another rock as well. So we'll play through this timeline at the very least. I hope you come back and watch a little bit more.